Hello everybody, Ace here, giving it to you straight with day 93 of the Video Log Challenge, and today I wanted to talk to you all about why is this all so difficult, and how do we learn how to surrender to make it less difficult. So, lots going on in the world, I keep saying that, but it is. This world's crazy. I call it Prison Planet, because in reality, we don't really have much of a choice but to go through all the shit we're going through, so why is this so difficult? And what I'm beginning to understand about the difficulty of our path forward, especially this ascension path, especially the spiritual journey that we're choosing to walk on, is the fact that we just haven't accepted that this is what we have to do right now. That's the hardest thing about life, is accepting when you don't feel the way you want to feel, when you're not doing the things you want to be doing. And then actually asking your questions like, why am I not happy right now with what I'm doing? Why can't I do the things that I want to do? What are the things that I want to do? Because oftentimes we don't even know what that is, because we spend so much time distracted, we spend so much time coping, that we never actually take that self-inventory to realize, wow, I've been doing all this shit and I don't even like it. I'm around people I don't even like. I'm working a job I fucking hate. Yet we still do it because we think we have to. So why is this so hard? It's because we think we have no sovereignty. We think we have no freedom. We think we're not eternal fractals of God living a human experience, and therefore we're just victims. We're victims to circumstance. We're victims to presidential elections. We're victims to the rule of law in our countries. We're victims to our families. We're victims to our jobs. We're victims to our kids. We're victims to our spouses. We're victims, we're victims, we're victims. And in reality, we're the ones co-creating this entire experience. And because we keep putting our attention externally onto those things or those people that are completely full of shit and always have been, and you know it, we just keep choosing to follow lockstep because it's easier and it's comfortable, and it's secure, when they're not actually being secure. Because in reality, if you're not secure in yourself, are you actually secure? And so that's what all of these bullshit laws, and that's what all of these mandates, and that's what all this fear-mongering is demonstrating to people how easy it is to give up your sovereignty in exchange for perceived comforts and perceived security, which has never actually been true. And so what I've been realizing lately is that in my life, I've always been very skeptical of everything. So I've always been very careful about scams. But over the last 6 months, I've allowed myself, I wouldn't say be taken by scams, because I haven't been scammed yet, right? But I've been giving things I would have not normally gave my trust to, I've been giving some grace to see if it's real, to see if it's working, to see if the universe is about that abundance. And something I recognized today was that there are several situations happening in my life where it could go one way or the other, right? It could be a scam or it could be abundance. Many things, including the presidential election thing that just happened, right? We could have been scammed, or we could just be waiting for the abundance to come. And what I've recognized is I think that these are our boss battles now, and that is why it's so difficult to go through this stuff, is because we are truly creating our universe, we're truly creating our reality. So whether you think you are or whether you think you're not, it's true. Did you ever hear that saying? Whether you think you are or you think you're not, whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, you're right. That's, I feel, what is happening right now. And that's why it's so important that we don't take our consciousness and allow the narrative and storyline to take us out of our game, to take us off of our tilt, to make us throw away everything we just did for ourselves, all the healing, all the wisdom, all the knowledge, to then go right back to sleep into the matrix because it didn't happen the way you wanted, it didn't happen how you wanted, it didn't happen on the timeline that you wanted it to. If that doesn't sound like a petulant child, then I don't know what is. And that is what I'm realizing, is that God wants to see who are his petulant children that really don't have faith, who really don't believe, but just wanted to jump on that bandwagon. And who are the real believers? Who are the ones with true faith? Who are the ones doing that difficult work, which is accepting that something like that just happened, which is accepting other things like this that are happening in my life. Who's to say that we didn't all need to be scammed in order for us to finally wake up and realize that no one's coming to save us? I've been saying this on videos for a very long time now. No one is coming to save us. We are here to save ourselves. We have been here to save ourselves from the beginning, and that's why Yeshua came down, to show us the way to salvation, to show us the way to our own salvation, to our own resurrection, to our own ascension. And then again, we got lulled into bullshit because it didn't happen the way we wanted it to. And we just followed lock and step the people in front of us because we're separated from God. Even if we believe in God, we still think God's out there. We still think God's out here, which he is. He, she, mother, father, God is. The divine source creator created everything, correct? Divine source creator is everything. It's love. Love is everything. Divine source creator is everything. And at the end of the day, we are divine source creator, which means that we are God incarnate, which means that we are responsible for ourselves. Trump isn't going to save us. Biden isn't going to save you. Politicians aren't going to save us. Military generals aren't going to save us. It is the common man. It is the carpenters. It's the fishermen. It's the school teachers. It's the nurses. It's the Joe Schmo standing on a corner talking about the end of days. These are the people that we need to start convening with and having conversations with, because we are all God. And the more we bring each other together, and the more that we focus this brilliant quantum computer tuning fork, our consciousness, on what reality we want, we're going to have it. But every time something doesn't go exactly how we want it to go, we're going to all of a sudden go down and be negative and think about all the worst shit that's going to happen. And then it will, and we don't understand. Well, look, see, I knew it. I told you so. This is what's going to happen. Well, it happened because you fucking thought about it that way. That's the issue right now, people, is we don't have responsibility for our thoughts, words, and actions. How many messages do you send out? How many comments do you place? How many conversations do you have where you're supporting someone, where you're uplifting them, where you're actually there confiding in them, or them confiding in you? How many true relationships do you have in your life right now? Or are all the relationships we've built been on these online forums with distraction and coping, and not actually building any sort of residual change within ourselves? We projected everything. We projected everything outward onto the world, and then as soon as it doesn't happen exactly how we expected it to happen, we give up. Then we don't deserve it anyway. We don't deserve 5D. We don't deserve the new Earth. We don't deserve it then. But I know I deserve it. And I'm in 5D. Even when my body feels like it's in 3D, I'm not. I'm in 5D. I'm purging whatever I'm purging. I'm feeling what the collect is feeling. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with getting upset, but it not ruining my relationship with God. I'm okay with being perceived lied to and it not ruining my spiritual path forward. If you're going to allow shit that happens on a television and a black mirror that we don't even know if it's real or not, we don't even know if any of that stuff is actually happening in real time, and you're going to allow that to dictate your life forward, you're going to allow that to dictate your relationship with God, to dictate your relationship with yourself, the respect you have with other people, then you don't deserve it, and you deserve the outcome that you're getting. Told you I'm going to give it to you straight every time. So why is this so difficult? Because we're choosing for it to be difficult. We're choosing lack mindset. We're choosing to give up hope. We're choosing to be sucked into the fear paradigms and the Hollywood narratives and storylines because, again, we're just human drama. We're addicted to the human drama. We're immersed in the human drama. And without that human drama, we don't know what's up and down because we refuse to face our human trauma. And that's what's left. Dark winter, right? We're in the dark winter. We're in the dark winter. Looking pretty beautiful for me. And if you feel that that's the case, if you feel that we're at the end of the world and we're at the rapture and all, if you feel that this is actually what's happening right now, you have a lot of work to do in your dark winter. And it ain't the dark winter for the country, it's the dark winter of your soul. And I think that's what's happening right now. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. How many people are going through a soul catharsis right now? How many people are now going through the dark winter of the soul, the dark night of the soul? How many people are now completely shedding all of these preconceived notions and misconceived bullshit about everything, including me, and allow it to dictate their path forward? Because it's all half-truth. Everything's a half-truth, because if it's not your truth, then it's only half the truth. That's the paradox. That's what they're really trying to get us to look away from. Because we only have control over our thoughts, our words, our actions. And that's why this path has become so difficult for us, is because we're giving our energy away to everyone and everything but ourselves. We're giving our sovereignty away to everything and everyone but ourselves. And we're having everyone else's back but our own. How are you supposed to grow when your body doesn't trust you? How are you supposed to grow when your body and your spirit are at odds with each other? That's why I talk about alignment and balance and harmony and resonance. Because you can have all the knowledge in the world. You can have read every book. You can have every certification. You can be that guy on LinkedIn with 50,000 letters next to your name, and it means absolutely nothing. It means nothing if things like this are going to be what takes you down and it makes you just hate the world. It makes you hate yourself. It makes you hate your family. It makes you hate everybody and everything. And all of a sudden you start drinking and poisoning. That's the rapture, people. How you treat yourself in these now moments is the rapture. Are you choosing to live in the living kingdom? Are you choosing to fill yourself with light and love? Are you choosing to watch content that is uplifting? Are you choosing to put food in your body that is actually going to help you heal and grow? Or are you choosing to continue to watch the fear paradigms? Are you continuing to fall victim to the bullshit Hollywood narratives that aren't actually real? Are you still putting alcohol in your body? Are you still poisoning yourself with nicotine? Are you still poisoning yourself with all this shitty food that's meant to actually put you in a state of fear? Are those your choices? And if those are your choices, then you're choosing your rapture. You're choosing how you're going to live the next 20 to 30 years of your life. I'm not living like that anymore. I don't give a shit who's president. I don't give a shit who is the CEO of the world. I'm a sovereign being in form. And to be honest with you, I'm still making these videos. I'm still speaking my truth. I still get to eat my food. Hasn't changed yet. And here's the difference, is even if anything were to happen that's completely crazy, bring it. Bring it. Because while many people were hanging on to the dying matrix, when everybody were hanging on to the old way of living, the last 4 years, I've just shed it all. All the shit that's just bullshit, all the shit that's not working, all the shit that was just erroneous is eroding away from me, and all that's left is my essence, my beautiful, beautiful essence, my light. And it's all you need. You don't need for anything. You really don't. And if you need for something, it's because you believe that you're separate from the idea that God will bring you, or the universe will bring you, or source will bring you, or spirit will bring you, or energy will bring you, whatever you want to look at it. Walking the path of least resistance will bring you the abundance you need. It may not bring you the yachts. It may not bring you the first class air travel, but it'll bring you the love and light that you were just so seeking. And the only way to get there is if you let go of these storylines and narratives that there's darkness on the world, that you're less than, that you're not good enough. That's why this path has become so difficult, is because we believe everyone and everything but what we know to be actually true. And that is why it is a choice now. That's all that's left. Who are you when nobody's looking? Who are you when the chips are down? Who are you when your back's against the wall and you don't know what to do? And that's where we're at. So I hope you gain a little bit of clarity on your path today. I hope you get a little bit further on your journey. I hope you can bring in a little bit more love into your life so that you can see that this is all happening for us, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, then that's decisions you're making that are causing you to not like the experience that you're creating for yourself. So if you liked what you've seen and heard today, hit that like button. If you want to join the Army of Energy, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Telegram, Army of Energy. Dirt, hit me up. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have an even better evening. And I will see you all at the same time tomorrow. Take care and goodbye.